Welcome to WiltzWorld, where gaming rules. Let's check out Pathologic 3. This is a psychological horror game where you are a doctor and you have about 12 days to figure out this plague and stuff. It's pretty interesting. Let's get it right into it. Waiting for? What are we waiting for? Oh, I gotta make sure the chats are up. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine.
Subtitles, please.
All my life I have been studying death, the greatest boundary holding humanity back. The powers that be were frightened of my search. My lab in the capital was about to be closed. But it cannot be denied that some phenomena might be found only
What is
in the
this?
strangest.
Why is there a
most
giant
remote
cow and like
parts of
naked
our
women?
country. Little towns that are yet to be explored by forward-thinking minds. People accept the supposed imminence of death way too easily. We meekly follow our life's path to it, like cattle to the slaughter. But we shouldn't.
Why not?
My search for immortality
Why
has
not?
brought me rumors of one, Simon Kane, a supposedly immortal man living in one such town. He might be just the proof all my theories need. The final patient. I need to find him, or else all my life's work is doomed.
Yo, that's crazy. I paid attention to like the last third, and the last third was the most important. He said he need to find somebody. Who the hell are you looking for? Yo, he said the name and everything. I just couldn't understand him, man. I need subtitles. Mind map, my thoughts, conclusions, deliberations. To see the events of a specific day, press its number on the circle. We're on day 1, in which the calamity can still be prevented. Immortal man, Simon Kane, an alleged immortal, lives in this town. Understanding him is the only way to save Thanatica. Are you chasing shadows again, Dankowski? Are you serious? I barely stepped off the train and my things were immediately stolen. Oh, the joys of rural life. Without my tools, I'm useless. I must find the prototype and the microscope. They are vital. Let's keep going. What's this guy doing hiding back here? Yo, what are you doing back there? Some objects can be useful. I can spot them easily if I concentrate. Some thoughts will affect your mental state. And what is this kid doing? Where'd he go? What's up? Hey, eyes on us. The thief's seen us. The thief. Mr. Thief, are you for real? Say something in thief speak. What do you mean, Mr. Thief? You're the ones who've stolen my things. Per firm cogniso, the Latins never minded taking what was not theirs. Thief, you stole the train's heart, you did. Just ripped it out and stole it, and now it'll die without a heart. Many creatures in this world survive perfectly well without a heart. A train, I believe, would belong to the order crossing worms. They don't need hearts. Yeah, let's go off the deep end. Are you stupid, mister? Worms don't look like that at all. They have arms and legs and a forehead and 2 hearts. One in the chest and one in the wife's. And bristles, you forgot bristles. What bristles? Have you ever seen a worm? They're bald. You're not a thief. You're a dummy too. You're not just a thief. You're a dummy too. Haha. Listen, boy, enough jokes for today. I've come to this town on important business, which I cannot conduct without my microscope and my prototype. Please return them to me. Hey, hold on. No need for all the begging and the politeness. What did I even do to you? Anyway, I didn't take nothing. It was all Jedka. My microscope are precise, delicate instruments. If they break, they'll only be scrap metals and glass. They'll just die, like the train. You don't want that, do you? Yeah, I don't. Then tell me where Jedka's taking them. Jetka's taking the heart back to go fix the train. That way to its face. Am I snitch now, Mr. Thief? Of course you are. You fit right in the academy, just like Tillman. No, a snitch is someone who runs off to inform without being asked to do so. You're an honest witness. It's not this. I have a problem, okay? My problem is, how do I crouch? I want to crouch, bro. My luggage is full, no choice but to start searching for a start. All right. Yo, what'd you say they took it? Oh my god, that sensitivity's horrible. I say a living, breathing person stepping off our train. You normally only get dead people? Yeah, my luggage been stolen. Right. Do you city folks always take 20 trunks of shirts with you, or did you manage to cut down to 10, sir? What? Yeah, 8 though. I had to sit on the last one. Where can I find a constable? Who do I talk to about recovering my stolen I'm not reading them all, okay? I can't read them all out loud. We'll be here for days and I'll fall asleep. Okay? So I'm only gonna read the one that I'm choosing. I'll read them all to myself and figure out what I want to choose. I mean, depending, I guess. This one for sure, okay? Look, I'm just a paragraph, bro. I feel like I'm taking an SAT. We don't need to be like comprehension reading, bro. Hated that, man. That's literally what this game is. It's comprehension reading, man. We gonna fail. We gonna fail, dude. We're gonna fail. All right. 8 though, Edison. It's just kids being kids. No need to be mean to them. Some kids, a hardened criminal, couldn't make off with my luggage at such speed. What? Should I thank them? Give them candy? I must get my luggage back. Losing my instruments is like losing my arms. Worse than losing my arms. I'm telling you, hands off the kids. You're new here, fresh off the train. You're new in town. So watch yourself and heed our customs. No constable or patrolman will chase after children for you. No street sweeper, neither. Are you serious? Right now, why not? Because the kids have their own thing going, their own empire, you see? I'm not going to mess with it. And if you find someone to do it for you, it's your funeral, rather theirs. Although you wouldn't get a funeral, the tower would simply break them. What the hell? I don't believe myself in corporal punishment. Obviously, I'm not going to get into a fight with 10-year-olds. Perhaps I could negotiate with them. You know what? If you need your shirt so badly, why don't you go looking for the tots that ran away from them? Just ask them nicely. These kids are like magpies. They'll trade you precious linens from the capital back, in exchange for bits of colored glass, or even just a story. Whatever you do, don't hurt them. I have plenty of stories to tell, but usually they involve vivisections. I suppose kids do like that sort of thing. Say, is the capital a real place? In a sense, of course, the capital is a myth. That myth is the real capital. The city does exist physically. What kind of question is that? I wish it wasn't. The Canes came from the capital and made our town, but no other real people have come from there ever since. So I was thinking perhaps Simon Kane simply made up the capital, along with everything else. Right, sure. In a small town like yours, a single individual authority can grow to be all-encompassing. I assure you, though, Kane did not make up the capital. You mean a major town? No, never mind Trunksford. Right, sure. In a small town like yours, a single individual's authority can grow to be all-encompassing. I assure you, though, Kane did not make up the capital. Sometimes I need to take a step back from the moment and think logically through something. It helps me, but it helps me put piece. It helps me put piece the picture together. Wait, that doesn't sound right. It helps me put the pieces of the picture together. This town gave me a warm welcome, didn't it? No. My luggage left in such a state. Some suitcases are missing. My luggage. My luggage. I'm speechless at the customs of the townsfolk. How am I supposed to do research without tools? Researchers don't help me with finding missing. Yeah, how am I supposed to do this? I might manage to recover something intact along the way. Follow the thieves' trail of ripped suitcases. I'll have to handle this myself. That's yeah. Finally, without them, I might as well just catch the next train back. The most important thing is the microscope and the experimental. Yeah, for sure. We need our tools. Well, what do you mean mania? What is happening? Let's say loot. Loot? Yo, what did we just loot? I go to my inventory? Oh my God. Now I can't go to the quick menu.
Slower.
Okay, I guess we don't want to go to mania. We're trying to prevent mania. Find a mind map. Such a serene place. If immortality still exists in our country, it would be here. Are you serious? This is the new one. Forgot I want to change my chair. This chair sucks. This is better. It's literally the same chair, just I don't know. All right, let's see what's going on. New shoes. May I introduce you to Station Mud? The tragic trail adversary suit leads in this direction. And we the marker or something? And where am I? Gotta follow the train tracks. Oh yeah, look at the ripped suitcases. A bug. Try to get a little faster. Let's try to speed things up. Because there's gonna be moments things are gonna go slow for sure. Just take all and we'll read it all later. Moment nothing's going on. I thought that was yeah, I thought they drew something there that shouldn't be drawn. Something obscene. Damn, we got all these items already. What is happening in this game? Prototype. Ooh, there's a weapon. There's guns. There's guns. Maybe my sensitivity is a little too fast. Now it seems slow. Oh, I'm gonna change it later, but at the moment, I feel like this is the best. Look at the children, bro. Look at the children, bro. Look at the children. What has this come to? Yo, what's up, bro? Nah, it's quiet. It's dead already. What? Who's dead? A dead heart keeps beating for 40 days. That's what my mom says. It couldn't have been dead that long. Do it. Tack it on. It won't fit in there. It just won't. Told you we should have stuck it in the belly, not the mouth. Life's in the belly. Everybody knows that. Nope, a locomotive's life sits in the front with the driver. That's where the fire is, so the heart should be too. That's what Boulder told me. What do you have there? Oh, my prototype looks like it's still intact. You're Jetka, right? You're correct. The train's life is in its locomotive. It's housed in the front. Just mess with them. Ah, be gone, Val Snake. You killed the other trains, didn't you? It's cause of you they don't come to us no more. Why do they keep blaming me? I didn't do anything. We were wondering and we didn't know why they kept dying. We got a whole graveyard. They're all rusted up and they can't go anywhere. And it's all because of you. You stole the train's heart for yourself and carried it away in that suitcase. And now the train's all dead. The train stopped coming a long time ago. It can't be my fault. I've never been here before. I'm not very good at stealing hearts. The things I touch do have a tendency to die, you know. You said yourself the train's heart is in front. I wrote it. What gave you the idea that my prototype's the train's heart? We try to convince him. Yeah. Train stops coming at a long time ago. It can't be my fault. I've never been here before. That's true. Never seen him here before. So he steals hearts from the future then. Bro! Jetka! You steal hearts from the future, mister. You said yourself the train's heart is in the front. I wrote in the... I mean, we gotta keep, right? But I want my prototype. Well, it's made of iron, isn't it? And it's round. And if I tinker with it, it ticks. That means it's a heart. A train's heart. Yes, or a pocket watch, or a bomb. Or the Inquisition's insignia, their symbols on an iron heart, you know. It stands for sensitivity and clarity of mind. Or a bomb. Without it, the train stopped wailing, stopped moving, too. That means it's dead, so this is his heart. Obvious, right? Well, that's a bit simplistic. Response to stimuli is just one characteristic of life. It's not exhaustive. What are the others? Mortality? Before. Trains came every week. Then it was every 2 weeks. Now it's every 2 months or even less. They don't leave ever. They just lay there and wait. It's because the war. Thank you. What has to do with me? No, it's because they don't love us no more. But if we heal this one, they'll love us again and they'll come back and bring merengues. Look, my prototype is not the train's heart and certainly won't repair it, but it is an interesting thing in itself. So let's make a deal. You give it back and I'll tell you how it works. I don't know. I mean, it seems like they want the damsel in distress. I don't know about the corpses. You know, they kind of like to talk about death. They like to talk about death. Corpses it is. Okay, my bad. These corpses, were they stabbed or strangled? The kin must never cut. They only strangle, so if they were stabbed, kin didn't do it. Look here. Let me take the prototype. I won't run away, I promise. To wind it up, you need to turn this handle clockwise. 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago! The prototype is a time travel machine? Wait, hold up. Let me get this straight. The kids were right, we stole the heart from the future? God damn it. Why do the kids always know everything, man? If it wasn't for those darn kids.
And the mice themselves are a little feeble.
Yo, buddy.
Lacking in enthusiasm.
You're creepy. Grandmaster of chess against death. We're talking.
No, yes. Cheap. Always. Same as always. I still love them, though.
Alright, couple things. Number one, he just voice acted nothing that was here. Like, why'd you just do that? If you're gonna voice act, say what's, you know, or whatever. It's okay. Number two, I hate to say this, but this would be better if there was AI fucking talking so I don't have to read all this shit. I've never I never played the other one, so this is my first Pathologic. I'm enjoying it so far, but we haven't gotten into anything really. Most of it's just reading and just reading. Yeah. But the story so far is intriguing. You know, you got some weird stuff going on, and seems like you have like kids who just don't understand life or anything, not very educated. So, you know, but we're going into it. All right, to prime it, hold this crank and turn it clockwise, Chief. Hello. Oh, for crying out loud, your mind's flown away again. Prime the what now? This morgue is swimming in a gas leak from Lab 102. I heard the alarm. My mind and I are planted firmly on the ground. I took a risk. Why, for buying it? Okay. Or I made a bad choice. I don't know what's happening. Sure you are. Anyway, as I was saying, the crank is stiff. You'll have to use some force. Planton, are you crazy? There's a gas leak. What are you calling me in here for? You have to seal the morgue and evacuate quickly. No, Daniil. What we have to do is load that prototype you're fiddling with and use it to get into the morgue. A woman rose from the dead in there, and it will be, I think you'll agree, extremely frustrating if she dies again. We must get her out. We're trying to get a... Yeah, risen from the dead? What is he talking about? I was collecting tissue samples to determine the onset of rigor mortis when I heard a noise. I turned around and holy smokes, a woman was sitting up on the gurney, stiff as a poker, a rasp in her throat. I started toward her, but then I smelled the gas and pulled the alarm lever. It wasn't a spontaneous result, it couldn't be. These cases always turn out to be lethargic. Why not get her yourself? Why call him? Chlorine isn't known for bringing back dead, but if the woman was brought here by mistake alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membranes. Yeah. Yeah, why do you assume she was dead to begin with? Maybe she wasn't. Chlorine isn't known for bringing back the dead, but if the woman was brought here by mistake alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membranes enough to wake her. Chief, you're braiding another one of your chains of hypotheticals. We need practical observations. Pull out the patient, then write the monograph, not the other way around. You're right. Tell me what I should do with this device, this prototype, I think you called it. I already told you, but fine, let's go over it again. You're holding an experimental prototype meant to dissipate spirulocos miasma. We're gonna be reading some tough words, aren't we? This is gonna get tough. Remember the consumption task force. Kaufman, Gorski, Anna Stein. At least the gas hasn't done you any lasting damage. Of course I remember. In the wake of Brazin, they were commissioned to make a... No. At least the gas hasn't done you any lasting damage. A million little details as always. That's reassuring. I'd feel even better if we could leave this morgue. Yeah. This magnificent gizmo disperses an aerosol of disinfectants. First you load the prototype. There's bottles of solution in the beige cabinet. Best set it on the table while you load it. You can't do it while you're holding it. I wonder if this will work against chlorine, though considering it was designed for mustard gas. I load it, then what? Next, you wind the prototype up. To prime it, hold this crank here and turn it clockwise. The crank is stiff, right? So I have to turn it with some force. And then I just release the contents into the gas. Then I just release the contents into the gas? Correct. Wind up the crank, then release. The gas should dissipate theoretically. Wind, release, dissipate. Repeat until you reach our resurrectee. Just remember the chlorine will keep coming while our supply of solution is finite. Finite. Finite? Finite. Just try to be as efficient as possible, Chief. What about the deceased woman? Where is she now and in what state? You know, I actually like the idea. Truth, the analologist ought to step into death every now and then. Okay. Keep close to the exit and protect your airways. with your hand if you got nothing better. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, call for help. The longer I hold the crank, the stronger the effect. Yes, I don't know. Clears the miasma in front of it. Operating range is supposed to be decent. One load is good for 20 uses. Need to spend fluid wisely. The morgue corridors is like a maze. Required ingredients are readily available, at least in the institute. I guess I should tell you which one I'm choosing, right? To load the prototype, I need a stimulant, an aesthetic, and a toxin. Okay, required ingredients are readily available, at least in institute. They should be here in those beige cabinets. Add the ingredients one by one into the setup and heat it up. Should be enough for 20 uses. Yes. I don't know what's happening. Load the prototype. The dispensing solution consists of 3 ingredients: a stimulant, an aesthetic, and a toxin. I need to put the items in the slots and press the load button. Oh, what are we doing, bro?
What were you expecting? Huh? It's been years, and I still can't get enough of your idealism.
We did it. Hold R2 to charge. Release when the pendulum stops. That was one use. You gotta find a dead lady in a morgue, which sounds horrible. 18 more. All right, this is a dead end. Can't tell where the thing is. I feel like I'm almost dead. Dude, I'm gonna die. Well, I got 5 health left. I guess we died, huh? Sir, you're a douchey.
Vita nostra brevis est, brevi finietur.
my God! There's a dead woman! Yeah. Are you deaf? You have deaf's eyes. I have the eyes of a man who's just walked through 40 meters of poisonous gas without protective goggles. Give me your hand. Talking can wait. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. Can you hear me? Focus on me. Hold on to my voice. Try to stay. Don't speak. You'll inhale even more poison. We save her? She wasn't dead, I guess. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. What does that mean? It means when you die, there's neither life nor death, but something that if trains were worms, they'd tunnel toward your. It's just nonsense. That woman was disoriented and hallucinating. What a silly story. I love stories like that when I was young. You're giving me that prototype, right? Take it. It spins all boring clockwise only. Grandpa Simon has clocks that spin every which way. Besides, the train's already dead. Couldn't save it in time. Grandpa Simon? You mean Simon Kane? I'm here to meet him, actually. We've only got one grandpa between us. So weird? What are those special clocks he has? I've been told he lives in the Crucible with his family. Can you tell me the shortest route there? I'm sick of this game. Go away. We're going to play with the cat and the old hat. Still have time before the sun sets. Wait, what about my microscope? I'll trade you another tail for it. We didn't take your microscope. Where is it then? The prototype is my right hand. The microscope is my left. The dogheads must have taken it. Khan and Notkin got a deal. All the world's spores get split down the middle. They don't care about hearts. Not in mine, not in any of their many faces. Why would they need another one? What does your microscope do? Is it alive? Dogheads, harder. We're running out of steam, bro. This is just reading. A microscope is a kind of metallic pipe fitted with lenses. You use it to look at small objects and it makes them large and detailed. Oh, a kaleidoscope to look at the colorful town. You can do it like Capella. Acapella, I'm not much of a singer. You know the word kaleidoscope? Ooh, and defenestration. Mr. Merrick used it when Foreman Oyen threw Uncle Ron out a window. So as it stands, you pass my belongings along to some other gang, and I need to go to get them. Are you stupid? She hates kaleidoscopes after what happened to that stained glass. No, Khan wouldn't have given it to her. It's something that changes things when you look through it. He must have given it to Grandpa Simon. Grandpa Simon loves things like that. Khan wouldn't give it to anyone, not before he looks at it himself, or after either. But he's honest. Even if he's wicked, he'd give it back to the owner. If you find him in town, he'll deal fair. Well, if they brought your micro kaleidoscope, it's the polyhedron, and you... No use looking there. Try the stairways to heaven. The dogheads like them. I think they look like polyhedron. There's one right there in the mall. Thank you. Gosh, damn. I want to let me check the town. Stairways to heaven? I don't know, man. Let's just walk. Let's just get out of here and look for some stairs or something. I'm freaking out. No toothbrush. Um, how do I get out of here, bro? I guess I was wrong. It is somewhere over here. The hell are those things? What did I just see? Kids, you kids suck. And I'm about that ship. What an ancient mask about? Go away, snake man. You've got sharp heels. What's with your face? Looks more like a congenital disease than an injury. Yeah, some kids ran. We gaze at the earth. Do not pull us away from the earth. Was that a threat? I sure hope not. I don't take kind. Then I shall not presume to divert your attention any further. Yeah, we don't want no trouble. I think we're walking on a funeral. Jacob Sturk Kirk and what was his name? Bertie Bertrand. Such a harmless fellow he was. Never hurt a fly in his life. And the Ripper slashed him to ribbons like the rest of them anyways, the brute. You must give these unfortunate souls the proper burial they deserve, then find the Ripper and give him a burial befitting a beast. Kuliki, Kanuri, do not act rashly. Give Kirik to me. I'll pay you back in kind and herbs and blood. What do you mean give Kirik to you? You want to take the corpse? Are you crazy? Why are you looking at her? Why are you even speaking to her? Be gone, witch. Bayada. Bayante. Do not speak to me, stranger. I have come begging for food to give Suk. Begging for tears to give Mother Bodo. I speak to the blood of Udurg, of our town. You are not our blood. My eyes do not see you, stranger. My ears do not hear you. What happened here? The Rippers come to town. The father killer Baruch. He was always a wild one. But then Marl Shabnak lay with him in the steppe and whispered things in his ear to make him water the earth with blood. As soon as he got off the train, he went on his murder spree. He killed Jacob Sturk. He killed Kirik. He killed the harmless birdie. He's a monster. Thought I'd come alone, or almost alone, but I definitely don't recall a Mad Ripper on the train with me. Yeah, I don't remember a Mad Ripper. He arrived on the freight train, took the back door like a thief in the night. That freight train was bringing medicine, sweets, and coffins, so the Ripper must have hid away in a coffin, or else Shabnak would have torn him apart in the steppe. He just said that Shabnak copulated with him, but now he's hiding from her in a coffin. Only 2 sentences in this conversation had I already wanted to shoot myself. Valiante, hear me out. Blood of my Erdurg. Suk sings of fierceness, of sharpness inside the one you call Kirik. Give his body to me. He is dead to you anyway. You will bury him, and he will rot away until nothing is left. I will bury him, and Suk will eat him, and drink his savagery and his sting and sing. No! No! She'll give us twire, and will brew us lots of twirine. She will give us ashen swish, the harshest of the herbs. Whatever. Ashen swish is a cruel herb batter, but thrives on blood and spit. Oh my god. She wants Kirik, okay? We're gonna start. We have to start. I mean, this is too long. Should we give her the body? Maybe. He didn't seem to have any family, and without them in the picture, I guess it doesn't matter if we bury him or the kin do. Who knows? Suppose we do get a great crop of twire. I was under the impression that who buries who actually matters quite a lot in traditional cultures. But they aren't just going to bury him. They'll desecrate him until not even Shabnak can recognize what's left. That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Isn't it, Stepker? Step, say it, and don't you dare try to lie to us. He says there'll be no desecration. So go into Sook's room. Everyone forget the wicked murderer Keurig. I knew there was a catch, wicked or not. You can't just bury a person without their name. Everyone has the right to be remembered, if nothing else. But he really was a wicked man. The rare time someone remembers him at all, they never have anything good to say. Perhaps it's for the best if everyone forgets him. They'll take the name of this Keurig. What does that mean? A touch of our eyes, a touch of our fingers, and the name melts away. The one they used to call Keurig will become a gift to Sook instead. He will have no grave, and there will be no man in the memory of the people. Speak to me no more, stranger. Your words are poison. I wasn't talking to you. Let's hand over the body. I'd rather avoid a falling out with the kin. It will only lead to more trouble down the line. What do you think, stranger? You certainly look important. Maybe you have some brains to back it up. Yeah, the body of a victim who met a violent end must be withheld for the purposes of forensic examination, even if a beautiful young woman asks otherwise. Death came to this town today. Such great death, the likes of which has never been seen before. Today will be a fearsome day. Tomorrow, even more so. And on the third day, fear itself will die. And without ash and swish, we will die too. Yeah, I gotta say, all these prophecies are making me uneasy. What is happening here? A murderer came to town alongside me. Luckily, I'm prepared to fight death in all its guises. Golem of bones. The locals believe in a Shabnak, a murderous stepped golem in the guise of a woman. It's like it stepped out of time, not just traveled far from home. Y'all are crazy. Anybody see my microscope?
A well-honed tongue breaks bone.
All right, we gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I really think games like this need voice acting, man. I mean, there's so much reading. Like, come on, the voice. If you added voice acting to this game, it would make the game so much better. Like, so much better. Instead, I'm getting tired. I'm losing steam. What do we do? I have food? No, we're gonna keep playing. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean, what do we do with food? Kind of hungry. We can make a soup. No canned soup. Get butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly wins, but not right now. Not right now. Not yet. Not yet. We'll keep going. You look at that, a customer. Keep walking, customer. This shop's appointment only, and I don't recall your name on the list. You add me then? Why add you when I could subtract? See those stiffs by the wagons? My friend the Ripper did that. Buzz off, Paul. My friend the Revolver works just as well. The onlooker said it was Shabnak who murdered those people by the freight train. Is she another friend of yours? Spare me, eat the air, drink the fire. Stay away from this old liar. My legs are my own and my eyes are bright. The step golem can't reach me. Scared all of a sudden, huh? Quit trying to scare us. Better yet, have a look. We've got plenty of shops in town, but our warehouse keeper here can get it for you wholesale. Just look at these boots he snagged, Scarlet. They're pretty. Are they from the capital? They're pretty. Are they from the capital? From a coffin. Coffin's the best when you need a chest. A checkpoint guard wouldn't dare open it up. Out of respect, it's inhumane. Meanwhile, it's overflowing with 100th pair of Scarlet Saffiano leather boot tax and duty free. You're right about one thing. It's no good shying away from death. One can't understand a thing they refuse to look at. Refuse? They do refuse. That's what I use. A coffin is an honest thief's best friend. People looking away is how business gets done. You a tax inspector? I can't imagine a duller job. Keep your nose out of other people's coffins then. Once someone goes in, who knows what happens? Maybe they never died. Maybe they never existed at all. Of course, if we start poking around coffins, how will you exploit the public's fear of death for you? Indeed, no one knows what happens to someone once they go into a coffin, but I intend to find out. I guess. Indeed, no one knows what happens to someone once they go into a coffin, but I intend to find out. Is that the point? Is that like the point of the game? This town lives on imports, so here the warehouse keeper is king. He says the contents of coffins are not always what they seem. I wonder. Wonder what, bro? Material world. The mind is affected by interactions with specific objects. They are easy to spot if you enter concentration mode. Concentration mode. Kick. I hate filth, garbage, decay, but still operate. What was the point of that? Addictive. What is happening? This is getting weird. This is getting really weird. Why are you letting your son see this weird? I could talk to them? Oh my goodness. Wow, my good little bull, blunt mouth, broad broad, please forgive us. Your silly heirs, and you always have been. He's returning to Bas Tarak to Badho. We are leading him into the bosom of his mother and father. Why are you asking him for forgiveness? Because Bas Tarak is dead, Aina. This little bull's whole life, he didn't know that the most beautiful creature, the immortal Bas Tarak, was waiting for him. And now that he knows Bas Tarak is dead, Buha will find his father's silent corpse. How can we not pity him? And who died? Bas Tarak, the father of all Katang, people, and bulls. We asked Suak to bring him back. You're the silly one, I know. Suak didn't eat Bas Tarak. How could she? He's bigger than her, stronger than her. The immortal can't be killed. He chooses death himself. We asked Bas Tarak to change his mind and come back to us, his children. What a coincidence. You are burying an immortal and I came to study one. All immortals are one immortal, Kari-kun. For death is always one. Therefore, the immortal is always one. It's Bas Tarak, what you call Simon King. It's round and it's orange. Who am I to argue with such logic? So what happened to Bas Tarak? Bas Tarak is the father of all Katang, people and bulls. Oh, how can I explain? We bribes walk barefoot so we can always hear his heart. Tonight it stopped beating. His children are afraid without their father. So we ask him to respond. But I feel he has died. A fang or a claw must thrust into him. I feel the wound bleeding. Rust has soaked into him. I feel the rot squelching underfoot. Quiet, both of you. You know nothing. Bas Tarak can die only from gloom. We will cheer him up, feed him, and show him our joy. Will bring the last Aurochs to his bosom. Then he will remember us and return to us. So this bull is meant to be sacrificed? We give a little to gain a lot. Mother Badho is a blind, loving mother. The warmth of the earth, but Bas Tarak not only bore us, he watched over us. Lived under his watch. Now the town is without a beholder. Ababa Khan. We're all blind worms now. I can't. I'm gonna go crazy if I read all this. Look, bad. A worm is a worm. A human is a human. A human is meant to see, to build. Look around, beholder. What do you see? Yeah, I see a town where sacrifice of live animals is permitted in a residential area. You haven't looked closely. Go further. See our celebration. Look at the last Aurochs. What do you see in all this? Tell Guga afterwards. How could I forget Guga? I don't know who Guga is. What is happening in this town? How do you let your son watch this? Why am I dead? What just happened? Do we get to eat the cow? Is everyone watching this weird ceremony? Can I get out of here? My eyes touch you, beholder. What was that? I just saw some sort of... What did you see, Beholder? Why are you calling me that, Beholder? I saw rotten plague meows spreading from a carcass and a sanitation squad burning it with fire. I saw... Yeah, I did see that. That was tomorrow. That will be yesterday. What are they talking about? Tomorrow? Yes, it was... Were those anxiety-induced visions of a terrible future, perhaps? Thank you for your vision, Beholder. You see more widely than others. We will remember this. If you see something else unexpected, don't be afraid. It's just the eyes adjusting to our current place in time. Keep moving forward. I haven't even done anything yet, but I'm already helping. What a stand-up guy. Yeah, for real. I just saved a life or something. Minority Report style. Oh! I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. On that note, I'm taking a peanut butter jelly break. Peanut butter jelly break. Peanut butter jelly break. Peanut butter jelly break. What's happening? Right now, we need to find our microscope. Yeah. I must be psycho. I don't know if I want to talk to these people. What is this?
The fence is as guilty as the thief.
I'm not a thief. Ah, there you are, finally. I thought you'd forgotten our agreement. I hope you're ready. Have you memorized your lines? I don't have time to read any lines. I'm trying to get my microscope back. Have you seen any kids conspicuously carrying luggage? I take no joy in seeing another player who likes to improvise. Your charge is but to read your lines and not invent them. Wait, is this really the guy? Looks about the same, but the outfit's all wrong. Did our guy wear a coat? This costume is more suited to an antagonist. This coat is the latest fashion capital, I'll show you. Funny, fashion advice from a man in a bird suit. I'm more of an anti-hero than an antagonist. I presume you know the difference. That makes you an ideal candidate for an anti-production. I am Mark Immortel, director of the local theater, and you are... Daniil Dankovsky, doctor, just arrived from the capital. Magnifico. You see, the actor we've been waiting an eternity for has decided to sabotage the rehearsal. You would do us a massive titanic favor by replacing him, even if just for a little while. Of course, I'd be delighted to. I've dreamt of acting on a stage since I was a boy. What must I do? Ah, perfetto. It is simple and indeed natural. You need only to react to your colleagues' lines and thus create a scene of unbearable dramatic tension. Our performance is quite simple. The main character has just arrived in a remote town and quite accidentally stumbled into a curious rehearsal in which his fate will be decided. Who knows? Perhaps he'll die at the... Whoa! This is a story about me! Yeah, I think I'll pass. Not sure I want to die at the end. I see you have already settled into the role, and so quickly, too. I say again, he is no leading man. He is unfit to even play a villain. At best, a background player, a body, standing there to fill the stage. It is the step healer's son who ought to take the role, or that young girl who crawled out of her grave. They have such pathos and such verve. What does this one have? A coat. If you are awed by my coat, it's perfectly understandable, but envy is a low sentiment. Quod erat demonstrandum. The coat is but a prop. Beneath it, who are you? And you, who are you behind the mask? Yeah, who are you behind the mask? I am a walking shadow of the slain, a being of words unsaid, a specter of regret. My, that's too pretentious by half, isn't it? This is a hint I'm not supposed to get just yet, but which will become clear later, right? And that is the heart of our play. Our main character, a doctor and a skeptic, encounters the unknown for the first time. He built his whole life around empiricism and scientific inquiry. What will he do when death addresses him directly? But this isn't literal, right? A hero in a play speaking to death or the dead is usually a metaphor, an illustration of his thought process. Well, if that makes it easier for you, we can say it's a metaphor, played ambiguously, leave the audience guessing. But wait, I don't want to be a metaphor. I was promised I'd be the true voice of the dead. What kind of spoil sport ruins a play like this? I told you, he couldn't hack it. That's it, I'm out, metaphor, psst. And you, I see, are never happy with anything. Sounds like a failed act. Yeah, is he actually offended? Of course we're acting. You have aptly grasped the key to this play. It is all a game. You are free to go, but remember, the game doesn't end until I say so. But Mr. Director, are you certain we've chosen the right protagonist? The rules of drama clearly state that the hero must experience death and resurrect, yet he's stuck in the prologue. Wait, we're still in the prologue? Oh my god, we're never getting through this game. Are you serious? Hear that? You're being reprimanded for letting the pace of the narrative slip. Not my opinion, you understand? But the audience's attention is starting to flag. Well then, go on and prove we weren't mistaken about you. Yeah, I don't like the fact that I die at the end. What do you mean? I hope they're not there. This building's gonna collapse. Really, the best viewers? I can get the best viewers from... That's awesome. Thank you. See you later. If you could travel through time, would you go to the future or the past? All right. Let me finish my food real quick. Peanut butter jelly. We'll answer this question. Now, the answers always go to the past. All right. Like, I hate to give it to you, like, when it comes to like mortality, like, you can't help but like feel like going back in time, you know, like just living things again, going through life again, like it's just amazing, you know. So there's definitely that, right? Go back in time. What about if you could go to the future? Wow, I thought of this question totally wrong, right? Because I was thinking about the future, and I was like, but the future, you could like play some video games. Imagine the future video games. Imagine video games 10 years from now, how amazing they're gonna be, right? But then my mind just thought, like, what are we talking about? Now I realize, are we going back in time, like aging wise, or are we going back in time just to that time period? I think I misunderstood the question. Because then if we go to the future, I'm going to be old. So I was like, no, I want to go back in time. I don't want to be old. I want to be young, you know? But I think the question is asking more, you want to go in the future, in the time. I guess the future. I was wrong. You always go to the future. Why would you go to the past? Past is riddled with like disease and death. You hope that in the future there's like cures. There's cures for all diseases. You know, there's no cancer and stuff. You know, life expectancy rate has gone up. Only gonna keep going up, I guess. I hope. Right. A lot of mortality talk. I do have a mortality paradox. Not paradox. Issue. Touchy subject for me. No other reason than you know, passing away my mother. But moving on. Let's get back locked in. Sorry. We don't want to get emotional. On, if you could travel through time, where would you go? To the future or the past? Future so this and not even some of my vivid imagination can fathom. Yeah. Grandpa Simon used to say that days are like hopscotch. Usually they go one after another, but sometimes there's two side by side, and sometimes you have to jump backwards. Simon Kane know many games? Yeah. Did you steal my microscope, that device with the shiny tube? I did, yeah, but I gave it to Phil. He's over there on the stairway. Yeah, how do they stand without support? They stand like the polyhedron does. You keep bringing up this polyhedron. Well, whatever sort of creature it is, it can wait until later. Bye, kids. See you later and earlier as it happens. Yo, it's my microscope. Well, what is it? Can you see the future? Let me look too. Gimme, 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 gimme. Wait, your turn, Pipsqueak. Just look. Let me take one look and then I'll give it back. Ew, there's a bunch of bugs and little hairs. Doesn't look like much of a future. Why are you using your dog's eye to look? You're not an animal, you know. Yeah, but an animal might see further though. Good news, the microscope has been found. Bad news is being mauled by a pack of wild dogs. Oh, the horror. Need some help, kids? I can teach you how to use this thing. Here, let me show you. Oh, it's you. Hey, your thingamajig's busted. It doesn't show anything, just some bugs and weird little hairs. Maybe that is the future. Like in many, many years, nothing will remain of us on Earth but bugs and hair. It's very sad if you think about it. What makes you think that it shows the future? Only shows bugs and hair because you're pointing it at bugs and hairs. See all these different glass pieces inside. Glass like this shows the future when you look through it. Everyone knows that. Grandpa Simon loved making all sorts of things with glass. I've only seen thingamajigs like this at his place. Why did you steal from Grandpa Simon? You bastard, that's why we stole it back from you. It's called justice. You know Simon Kane, I've come here to see him. What? You don't know, mister. He doesn't know. Spit it out, you monster. Where did you get this thingamajig from? What did you do to Simon? It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I was on my way to go visit Simon. I'd already been there if it weren't for you. Calm down, boy. Please don't shout. What's going on? What do I... This conversation made me realize why I never came. Holy smokes! Man, that was... No. Calm down, boy. Please don't shout. What's going on? What don't I know? Just give me back the thingamajig and let me go on his merry way. Broken anyhow. Can't see any future at all. No, no, no. Grandpa Simon taught us. What doesn't take effort doesn't deserve effort. We just give it back to him. There's no effort in that. I can give you a cuff on the head for it. That'd be enough effort. I don't want to give him my pocket watch. Oh, whatever. Come on, come on. Let's see. Ooh, nice. And how does it show the future? With this, you always know what time it is. So you know what time it will be in an hour or 2 or even 3, which means you know the future. Ooh, you're clever, mister. All right, give us your watch, but show us how your thingamajig works, will you? We're still curious. First, the trade. The watch for the thingamajig. I mean, for the microscope. Dude, take the microscope. Barter. Where's the microscope? The Capitol 2 weeks ago. God, I want to take off the light. I'm starting to get a headache.
I think you ought to reread your own early work, Chief. Assuming you wrote them yourself.
Please hold on a little longer. Even after the inhalation therapy, the swelling won't go down immediately. Chief, finally, where have you been? The woman you rescued from the morgue is conscious, but she might not stay that way. She's still very weak. Yeah, it's amazing that she's standing at all with the amount of gas she inhaled. Step aside with me for a moment, Chief. I checked the morgue records. A body matching her description was declared dead last night. Could be a corner of bureaucratic error. People make mistakes all the time. This doesn't prove anything. Yeah, don't awaken the thrill of the hunt just yet. If this is indeed what we both think it is, we need to keep cool heads. I'm not claiming it does, but imagine for a second. No, let's stick to the facts. I spoke to the orderly on duty last night. He also confirms that our subject shows no signs of life, and Platten himself was there when she woke up. Our subject, slow down, Serafima. We don't yet have proof she meets Thanatica's criteria. Yeah. When I reached this woman through the poisonous fog, she herself insisted that she had died. It's not proof, but she must have had some reason to think it. Can't miss this opportunity. Unfortunately, the subject's having trouble speaking. All that time in the gas is weakening her voice. I've rinsed her mucous membranes and performed inhalation therapy, but you understand I can't conduct an extensive interview. Shame. A first-hand account could point us in the right direction, but there's always a physical examination, or taking a sample, or an examination of her personal belongings. She came into the morgue with some items, though I haven't had a chance to go through them myself. I left them on the table by the back entrance. You can take a look, Chief. Perhaps there's a clue, ma'am. Do you allow us to examine your things? Well, don't ask her, just do it. Okay. Hello, do you remember me? I'm Bachelor of Medicine Daniel Dinkowski, head of the Thanatica Laboratory. Last night I saved you from the site of a serious gas leak. Man with death's eyes. I'm just a researcher into the problem of human mortality. My eyes were affected by the gas just like yours were, but at least you remember something. I died, tunnel after tunnel. Please remain calm. Before we can be sure of anything, I need to examine you. Yeah, I would like to examine your belongings. We'll take a blood sample. Our Lazarus personal effects from the morgue. Papers, they look official. Herbs, not a bouquet, looks medicinal. Self-medication with folk remedies. Morphine, tourniquet. Suffered from severe pain. Chronic morphine addict. 2 rings, obviously a pair. One would be too big for her. Husband left and took off the wedding ring. Papers, they look official. Consent form for the experimental treatment at our institution. I might understand more if I examine the resurrected woman and take a blood sample. Is that her belongings? Yo, you ran out of room, huh? Yeah, I just need to examine you. Whoa. Pale and gaunt. Looks exhausted. I should take a look at her blood sample. Ugh. Bruising a rough injection. Seems like she had an allergic reaction. Oh, injection spot. Gas did a job, body on her. Oh, more injection spots. Consequent attempted resurrection. Did have morphine, right? I mean, no injuries. Oh, hives. Guess that's nothing. What's that? She's gonna. But. How you doing? I hope your blood test will tell us something. A disease affects various bodily systems. The microscope helps identify which organ is infected. Wait, we're doctors? I forgot that we're actually a doctor in this game. Alright. Tissue samples are placed on glass slides. An assistant ensures the slides are sufficiently supplied. I can study the collected sample under a microscope. To perform the test, I need reagents. The doctor themselves is in charge of the supply. Oh my goodness. Maybe we put back the camera for this part, huh? Looks like an interesting part. By adjusting the magnification, need to find red bacteria in the sample. Adjust the focus, it would allow me to see bacteria better. Lifespan of culture is limited. I must act quickly. A dead sample is useless. Oh, I see something. I see something. I see something. I see something. I see it. I see it. I see it. Ah, log in, log in, log in, log in. Boom, baby. Saved her life. Saved her life. There's an organ infected. The pathogen has been, we found the pathogen. We found it. Wow, great job. Breathing is a bit easier, but talking is still difficult. Rest, and I'll take another look at the things you had with you when you arrived at the morgue. One last logical avenue remains. Together with the examination test, the picture is more or less complete. It's not complete. Our miraculously resurrected woman has late-stage leukemia and ejection marks on her body. Morphine overdose, addicted from palliative treatment for the pain. Colleagues thought she was beyond saving. Apparent death, reacting to experimental drug. Lab got scared, didn't sort it out. Paired rings, suicide attempt, unrequited love. Weakened system couldn't handle the heavy dose of medication. Serafima waits and our subject needs rest. Time to come up with a diagnosis, even if it's preliminary. I don't know, man. I think she dying, bro.
Why do they continue to normalize death?
So, Chief, have you shed any light on the case? I'm loath to jump to conclusions, but could Thanatica have discovered some genuine phenomena? Our subject's not a phenomenon, just a morphine addict, and morphine addicts are common in morgues. She was in a trial for a new drug. I'm not sure our colleague disclosed their experience, but I'd guess anaphylaxis, an acute allergic reaction, and you end up in the morgue. You know something's wrong with that. I suspect we're dealing with a failed suicide. She's terminally ill and may have swung from one extreme to the other, from self-treatment to our institute. We don't know what medications she took or how they interacted. She's terminally ill and may have swung from one extreme to the other, from self-treatment to our institute. We don't know what medications she took or how they interacted. I suppose so, but how do we explain the most astonishing part, the resurrection? Why did a gas leak revive the subject? I don't know. We may need to strip the two different laboratories down to the baseboards. The one where the subject supposed death occurred and the one with the gas leak. Did you see the bruised injection site? Adrenaline. Someone tried to restart her heart with a too small dose. The gas leaked and the body released the adrenaline. I solved it! So you think it was a mistake? The subject ended up in the morgue due to negligence. He wasn't actually dead yet, and by coincidence, an unaccounted for factor revived her. I'm afraid so, I admit. I was hoping as well, but no one's... Yeah, I'm afraid so, I admit. I was hopeful as well. But no, once again, no breakthrough for Thanatica. Yeah, I don't think she was resurrected. I don't think she ever died. I don't want the light on again. So does that mean she wasn't dead after all? Yep. And all the others we tried to find too. As of right now, spontaneous resurrection appears to be nothing but fiction. And what's your microscope even for? It doesn't show the future, doesn't raise the dead. It's just a toy, really. Yeah, sometimes I ask myself the same question. All right, if we can't see the future in that glass, then we're off. We've got important things to do after all. As do I. I'll leave my things in my demo. A sensible approach. Precious time shouldn't be wasted. You guys.
Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime.
I had to see what would happen. No! 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 I'm still alive. I didn't die. No! Was sent to investigate the case of criminal negligence. Supposedly, I didn't save a town in the east of our country. He's luring me into a trap. His folder's full of intentional false data. He's not interested in the truth, but rather in downfall bash. He is my enemy?
Have a sip of water. Don't worry. It's only water.
What is happening? Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope in an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down and discussed 2 hours ago. 2 hours and 15 minutes ago to be exact. Focus. I'm only interested in what's important. Yeah, but you asked what I was doing in the town. And you recounted every step. What's next? How you chopped carrots for soup and knocked off mud off your boots? When I asked for precision, I didn't mean an exhaustive recounting of your little fingers' every twitch. Yeah, perhaps you and I have different notions of what's important, Inspector. You know what? I especially dislike when an obviously intelligent man feigns foolishness to derail an investigation. I'm offended and embarrassed for you. We both know you're not a fool. Stop wasting my time and your own. I just wanted to recount everything in order, from beginning to end. The beginning doesn't interest me. My concern is the ending, the result, the finale. As for your backstory, your genesis, all of that is in the case file. Shall we review it? Yes, please. I'm quite curious as what to... Yeah. Let's see where... Oh, yes. The ministerial inspection in your lab. Tananica, beginning of December. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to backwater town to bring back what might be described as... clear evidence that Tananical's work had potential. I did not flee. Let's set your fantasies aside for a moment. The important part is that you fled from the investigation. And this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional on site. Accurate so far? I didn't flee. Proof of human immortality was the only chance to save Tanatica. On the third day, the town's leader gathered in the town hall to form an emergency command to fight the epidemic. And what was Daniil Dankovsky? Who was, I repeat, the only qualified specialist in town doing that day? What's that? Your lip is trembling. Did I unsettle you? Your tricks won't work on me. You're right. You feel ashamed. Instead of fulfilling your Hippocratic oath and leading the fight against the plague, you were engaged in what? Come on, don't look at the table. My eyes are up here. This is utter nonsense. On the fourth day, the town lost its water supply. They required a hospital, but the one person who could set it up, what was he doing? Tell me, Dankovsky, where did you spend the fourth and fifth days? Nonsense, utter nonsense. I wasn't like that at all. The evening of the fourth day, the doctor from the capital attempted to flee the dying town on a cargo train. Like a rat, he was caught and jailed, and there he remained as the plague ravaged the town. I admit, I find even the act of reading about it repugnant. I won't lie, I considered escape, not flight. Tananica was in the process of being destroyed back in the capital. You considered escape to avoid facing a painful truth. When I came to town, I found that Simon Kane, the immortal man on whom I pinned all my hopes, was dead. What? died under mysterious circumstances a few hours before my arrival. Who are you fooling? Immortals don't exist from the beginning. You knew as well as I did that Simon Kane was a fiction, a false post. But when the epidemic began, you could have saved others. You're a doctor. You swore an oath. Why did you abandon the ordinary townsfolk? Simon Kane's nature, the mystery of his immortality and death. That's the most important thing that happened in this little town. And to me. But I can't just relay it to you. To understand, one must immerse themselves in the details. Take in the full picture. Simon Kane's death is a primary concern, not the death of 10,000, but one fantastic old man. Oh my, Bachelor. Oh my. Yes, Simon Kane's death is the primary concern. Not the deaths of tens of thousands, but one fantastic old man. Oh my, Bachelor. Oh my. No, you're twisting it. You're rewriting the past. Where did I lie exactly? Point it out. I'll tell you what really happened on the third day at the town hall. No, I know your plan. Once again, you will drown me in unnecessary details. Leave aside your stories of children and microscopes. I told you, I'm interested in the ending, not the beginning. You don't seem to be interested in the truth. Rather, you revel in the opportunity to flex your power over me. You will recount everything in whatever order I tell you to. On the sixth day, the plague destroyed the town. So if you would be so kind, explain to me. What were you doing on the fifth day? Were you really so indifferent to the plights of the people around you? Yeah, the town couldn't have perished on the sixth day. I was there for 12. There's an error in your report. You disappoint me, Bachelor. I'll ask again. On the fifth day in the town, what were you doing? Let me think. Let me think. Oh my goodness. That was a dead kid there. There was a dead kid there. Ooh. Cool little good for the thumbnail, for the thumbnail. I'm in jail. Bro, they got me in jail now, bro. Day 5. I'm never leaving this place to trap me in this bloody town. Now I'm trapped in a jail cell. Why am I in a jail cell? Riddle me this. What place has an entrance but no exit? Grave. This tripled accursed child is sapping your resolve by the minute. Lie down and forget. Will it be like this always? I can combat apathy. Stimulants, coffee, and tobacco. In mania, you're sharp and fierce. But you won't succumb to tranquility. Hey, you there, let me out already! Apathy and indifference are constantly rising. So move faster. Fight apathy by increasing mania. I don't get it. Okay. Apathy is a lack of interest, motivation, emotional concern, leading to a feeling of numbness. Capella, daughter of Fat Vlad Olgimsky, local magnate and master of this town's industry. Blood of his blood. Local kid named her Capella for her ability to point out the celestial map in the sky. I heard she holds some inexplicable power over the town, but I dismissed it. That was a mistake.
The children no longer remember me.
Out! Out, living soul! You keep me in a cage like a dog all night, and now you acknowledge I have a soul. Who are you? That must not have been good. Yeah, you're too young to be a mistress. I am a mistress, well, future mistress, but I think you'll agree that future and past are relative concepts. Yeah. Yeah. Too young to be a mistress. Future mistress. My father can order 100 men into the Gorkon to drown, and they'll do it, too, since otherwise they'll starve. So people do listen to me. Yeah, how did I catch the interest of a local princess? She wants to help me. How are you feeling? Feel like someone who's lost everything. That must be good. Lost what, for example? I researched the nature of death. I was told you have an immortal man among you, Simon King. But when I got here, he was already dead. So what are you going to do now? Don't have a lot of options, do I? I'll look into what he left behind. First thing, the phenomenon itself is gone. There are still witnesses to its longevity. Explaining it is paramount. You know, Bachelor, my father envied Simon, and Maria Cana will always be my enemy, so there's no love lost between our families. And yet, I must help you. I don't want to. I must. Otherwise, the town will suffer. That's why I came here early and waited 4 hours until you decided to wake up. Why would it suffer? Because without Simon's mind, this town is just a plot of land with houses on it. It nearly became that after the deaths of Mother and Nina the Wild. But even Simon's own family didn't fully understand him. Even Simon's opponents almost idolized him. What kind of man was he? I know where to find the last person who saw Simon alive. His name is Stock Rubin. Apprentice? He's a doctor. He has a hideout in the warehouses. Look for him there. A hideout. Sure. Clear sign of an honest man. You won't be able to go there now, right? While I was waiting for you, something bad happened. Something bad? You go up those steps, you'll see. Mother said that a true mistress stands out by her timing. And here I am. Right place, but too late. Maybe I'll never become a true mistress. Don't you dare cry. I can't stand tears. What's up there anyway?
As a matter of fact, there's no matter nor fact.
Shut up. You're a matter or a fact. What do you want? Alexander Saburov, governor of the town. The Suburbs are load-bearing bones of this town, hard, dry, and colorless compared to other two ruling families. Order rested upon them. When I arrived, Governor Saburov pinned all his hopes on me and hated me for it. He thought the star from the Citadel would show the Kanes and Olgimskis how dangerous overreaching ambitions could be. Alas, that star proved to be another dreamer.
Just wait.
Dankovsky, before you ask, I allowed the girl in. She is Olgimski's daughter and she interceded on your behalf. But even if she hadn't, I wouldn't have kept you here. Yeah, you threw me behind bars yesterday and today you're already setting me free. What a mercurial tyrant you are. I don't know if that's a great thing to say, but say it. What were you detained for? You know that perfectly well, Governor Saburov. Yeah, lapse in memory? Let me see your pupils. You committed the most heinous crime a doctor can commit. You tried to abandon your patients, to flee the town and save your sorry hide. Yeah, I'm being accused of who knows what without evidence. I figured it all out. Or would you claim you went to the railway station to watch the birds? Yeah, it's none of your business. Whatever happened yesterday is beyond reach. Today, the plague has reached the backbone. Beyond the thin walls of this building, death rages. We've boarded up doors and windows, but the plague fumes are seeping in. You and I, we have mere hours left. And now we're both trapped. Isn't it ironic? Yes, ironic indeed. Yes, ironic indeed. There have been cases of criminals surviving the sacking of a besieged city and prisons. A prison is also a fortress, but our fortress lacks food and water. Outside, we are presumed dead. Know this, Dankovsky. I wanted to punish you your cowardice. That much is true, but I did not want you dead. I am sorry. Lucky for you. Yeah, what do you mean presumed dead? Yeah, that's weird. 2 days ago, a decree was issued declaring all people in infected districts to be presumed dead, not to be rescued, unless they call for help with signal bonfires. A folly. Without a protective suit, you can't venture into the miasma, let alone light the fires. So officially, you and I are dead. Get help near the bonfire, we should organize a sortie. What kind of insane, cruel decree is that? A decree issued by who? A decree was issued, you say? No. Yeah, what kind of insane, cruel decree is that? 5 years ago, Isidore Barak made the same call, and I'll only take criticism from a doctor who manages to save more lives than he did. Get help, we need to light the bonfires. We should organize a sword tie. The miasma already seeps into the rooms of the town hall, and you want me to open the front door. No, our only chance is to barricade ourselves in and pray for a miracle. I have a device, a prototype. It disperses miasma. With it, I can go through the infected district. A device. Yes, the one you confiscated along with all my belongings, including medicine, by the way. No, your gadgets from the capital are just as unreliable as you. I won't unlock the main entrance, risking contamination of the town hall just because of your novelty lighter. Yeah, you've had no idea what this lighter can do, and yet you argue with me. We inspected your device. It looks like a canister of film. Maybe the Canes would be interested. I don't see how cinema will help the infection. I have no idea. You mentioned the plague is already seeping into the town hall. Where? Far room. We've locked it already. Give me the prototype back. I'll clear the contamination in that room. In that far room, prove to you the device works. Fine. Your device should be the main hall. Confiscated items are also there on the counter. No one has disturbed them. Take them. After that, they'll unlock the far room for you. But if you fail to clear the miasma there, you won't be let out. I just hope they didn't break my stuff. Why is that? And what is this? Kingdom? My kingdom for a horse. Looks like I'm spending the night in the prison cells. Oh well, tomorrow they'll learn who they're dealing with. Common patrolman grabbed me and threw me behind bars. I'll get out of here yet. They'll see. Cars filled with plague corpses. It's a trap. Out, out, out. I can already see a train on the tracks, all ready to depart. Good grief didn't cheat me. Final preparations for the escape are completed at the station. I was escaping. I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important than me, and more important than a tiny step settlement. Yo, I was abandoning the town. Important details, bro. Hey. Who are you? Vlad the Younger. Vladislav Olgimsky. Son of Vladislav Olgimsky, the factory owner, heir to one of the three ruling families. One can imagine the autonomy he enjoyed living under his father's shadow. He thought his father's power could be gently modernized through reform. He kept up with contemporary thinkers. He put up his...
If you want a house of cards to stand, you'll have to breathe softer.
Not wrong. What options does a town have when there's no vaccine or cure? When there's neither a hospital nor doctors? Isolation and quarantine are our only tools to slow the plague spread. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes only the harshest measures can prevent total catastrophe. I agree, actually. Everyone is saying I acted as Isidore Barak did 5 years ago. They can think what they want, but they're remembering it wrong. My measures were not so harsh. Isidore Barak sealed off the plague districts with no chance of escape. I, at least, told the orderlies to keep an eye out for bonfires, to keep those trapped behind the cordons a chance. I understand the logic behind it, but the measures should be granular, not district wide. And why bonfires? What do they guarantee an infected man could light one just as well? It's a primal belief, one might say. She can't tolerate fire. She's either afraid of it or, in contrast, drawn to it like a moth. I found this symbolic. Please keep in mind our orderlies are simple folk. They need a convincing omen to compel them into the plague fumes. Convincing to them, not you or I. Yeah, she can't tolerate. You mean the plague? The sarcasm is unwarranted. The plague feels alive even to me sometimes, let alone the orderlies. If you spent any time with us, you would understand. I was just beginning to respect you. Be that as it may, by the third day, we realized the scale of the catastrophe. The town needed saving. Now I was ready to propose concrete measures. And here we are. I will soon pay with my life for my actions. Don't say that. We'll get out of here, all of us, and I already know how. Man, this guy does not want to live. I will soon pay with my life for my actions, as will you for your inaction. I am not a proud man, Dankovsky. 2 days ago, I waited for you at the Emergency Epidemic Committee meeting. If you wish to take matters to your own hands, I would not have stood in your way, but you simply didn't show up. You're right. I have no retort for that. Assembly hall, I'll be let outside. Surely it can't be worse than the morning. Where's the assembly hall? No one knows. But that guy does not like me. This is horrible. Oh, we're good. Come on, find some goodies, steal some shit.
It's a crow eat crow world.
Bro, what do you mean it's a crow eats crow world? Are you a crow? Bio, the prototype uses other regions as well, but they hardly smell of anything. Smell of science. What's that? The smell of science. Smell of science, bro. Your contraption works. Let's assume as much. Is it enough to traverse the infected district? Yeah, I hope so. Fine, let's assume that too. Listen up. You need to make it to the southern exit of the district. It's guarded by orderlies. The other exits are either sealed off or being guarded by vigilantes. Best avoided. I understand. But first, you need to light several bonfires. More than one, that's important. Again, with the I'll just tell the orderlies that there are living people trapped in the district. I'll be standing in front of them as living proof. I've said it already. This is how it's been since the first outbreak 5 years ago. If there are fires burning in an area, that means there's still survivors. Still able bodies and healthy. Only those are worth saving. We were ordered not to bother with small pockets of doomed people. Yeah, that's nonsense. I'm not just, I'm a doctor, dude. I'm a doctor. The orderlies will take my word for it and they'll let me out. You're a doctor who has shirked his responsibilities. 2 days ago, you didn't even show up to the emergency epidemic committee meeting. You haven't examined the patients, nor looked for solutions. Your word isn't worth anything. Yeah, right now I'm your only hope, dude. You might want to be nicer to me. You see my contraption? It took away all of the bad smoke in here. So, like, have some. I can't. I'm not reading this. No, I don't want to talk to this guy. I want to get out of here. Why am I with apathy? What does that mean? I need drugs. Town weighs on me, robs me of my time. My state of mind can be changed with drugs. Some make me more apathetic, others make me more manic. I need to keep an eye on my mental state and supply of drugs. Why? Well, I don't have any drugs. I'm dead. I just don't understand where I'm supposed to go.
If only I could.
Are you the head of this place? Could you sign this paper for me, please? A death certificate, I mean. Whose death certificate? My brother's dead. Bad man he was. Wicked man. Still, he was family. Now I'm fussing about collecting all the papers. It's the fifth day now that I can't get a death certificate. Silly, really. The man's no more, but the paper. Ooh, please make sure you have the paper. Yeah. My condolences, dude. That sucks. I wish it was the plague. Killed him myself. Whoa! Whoa, you're a murderer! He tried to take a knife to the younger Barack at the station. He thought Barack had killed his father, but it was all just rubbish. They've cleared Barack's name now. Yeah, man. That was the day I first arrived. Yes, I remember now. An herb bride wanted to take your brother's body. I didn't allow it. I didn't allow it, bro. I was a hero. Ah, I give up. What are we doing? My apathy. Stopped loading on. We got a couple matches. Yeah, bro, I don't have drugs. Fucking.
It was quiet in Thanatica. Can't think like that. My head hurts enough as it is.
Oh, snap.
Migraine. Ah, yes. This is migraine.
Why is it dead kids? It's horrible.
Misophonia, Denkovsky.
I'm getting tired. Those guys cannot be friendly. I forgot we're doing bonfires. No, I need fire. I need matches.
I'd rather not hear at all.
Passing out, guys. What's that? He's alive. Boys, there's someone alive here. I'm not the only survivor. There are people trapped in the town hall. They need urgent help. Whoever's trapped in there is dead to us. Governor survives everything. I assure you, with my medical expertise, the people in the town hall are alive and not yet infected. And who are you? I'm a human talking to you, another human. We're only doing our jobs. The decree is simple. No fires, no entry. People can be saved only if the bonfires are lit in the district. Otherwise, it means they're all dead. I'm standing right here in front of you, you cretin. So, Saburov himself is in the town hall, trapped with Olgimsky's children. Are you sure you want to make enemies of them? What do I care about making enemies of the dead? It's the living that scare me. Stabnak. But she sure is afraid of fire. Without it, I won't set foot in the infected districts. Yeah, I need some matches. Even death will make you quit smoking, eh? Yeah, no, I'll use them to make little houses for the Oh, he gave me 10 matches. Thank you. Bonfires to go.
I don't want to hear this.
You one more to go, right? I don't think I can find it. Gotta be over here somewhere.
As if things are animated.
Shit, I didn't mean to waste it. He's alive, boys. There's someone alive here. Are you going to send there? Look behind me. The fires are lit. Wait, really? Let me count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boys, there's survivors in the backbone. Well then, clearly exit the district. Escort people from the fire to fire. Do not deviate from the route. Finally, help those trapped in the town hall held on. So much time wasted running between bonfires. It's right terrifying to go in there, but it can't be helped. Orders are orders. And you, survivor, why are you still standing there? Get out to the clean district. You managed to walk all the way here. I yearn to breathe clean air and not flinch at every shadow. My path through the horrors is clear to me. The people in the town hall are saved, for today at least. What was that? I didn't. The town is merely a sequence of districts, and I am the one to choose the sequence. I can choose a careful right, step by step, a careful route, step by step, avoiding dangerous districts, or walk directly to my target. No need to rush. If I change my mind, I can always undo my last move or start over. Get it? Dude, what is wrong with this game? Hey, Sawbones, that you? You the big city Sawbones, a doc, I should say. Yeah? Don't you fret, I'm not interested in your jingle jangle. Not worth the hassle. Just tell me straight. Doc, am I plagued? Yeah, you don't look sick. I'm serious and scared. Is it okay to admit fear to Sawbones? The doctor, ever since I found out my Kulon had died, I've been scared out of my wits. It claimed her in 5 hours and she was young and strong. One confession deserves another. I don't know if your keeps one safe at all. Would be logical if it did, but the disease seems to spare no one. I don't know if the youth keeps one safe at all. I hope for step blood would protect her. She's of the kin. Was left her people, but was still Tom between town and step. I thought maybe if I quarreled with her on purpose, he'd return to her kind. Wouldn't suffer her fate no more. Too late now. My condolences. Poor thing, such a shame. I don't want to die though. Give it to me straight, Doc. Will I follow Kulon soon? Should I prepare bread and milk? Or can this pass me by? So you suspect your lover might have infected you. It's not impossible. When did you see her last? Day before yesterday in the morning. When did she die? Yesterday. I know very little of the plague yet, but it's clear from its dynamics that one can't survive the infection for more than a day. If you were infected, you wouldn't be here. Are you sure? Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just a hypothesis. Oh, you've done me a service. Poor Kulon's suffering ended just yesterday. She came to me even earlier than that. Your math checks out. Saw. Doctor, sorry. I should address you with respect. According to your account, I couldn't have caught it from her. Visible skin looks, areas look fine, breathing normal. That's enough to rule out an old infection. Takes 5 hours to burn someone out like a candle, and it's clear as day. I've been racing my brain. She was healthy when she came to me. Only her legs were wobbly after a night of dancing. Then suddenly, bam, dead of the plague like that. Shows you how death sneaks up on you. Wicked, like a cut purse in an alley. Any death is wicked. That mortality is embedded into human nature itself. Even more wicked. Such loud words of yours. They ring here in the backwater. It's like an alarm bell or artillery. They don't fit the scenery like you. Can I help you with something, Doc? You're looking lost as a newborn baby. Lost, am I? Maybe you can help. I'm looking for a doctor named Reuben. If I knew where he was, I'd have gone to him with my plague question. He saw the last outbreak and was Druka Isidor's apprentice. But he's gone, vanished as if the earth swallowed him. You think he's right here in the warehouse? I'll be damned. Yeah, that's what I was told. Alas, without an exact address. Tough luck. I'd love to pay you, but I can't. Don't know where Reuben went. You know, ask the little ones, the kids. If you run into some, they've scoured every corner of this place. They don't miss a thing. If Reuben is here, they've seen him. Thank you, and take care of yourself. You dodge inspection once next time. Maybe you won't be so lucky. Oh my god. I'm gotta go to bed. It's been fun, guys, but I'm tired. And unfortunately, Pathologic 3 just didn't grab me enough. It really could use some voice acting. There's just too much reading. It's like comprehension reading. It's a very interesting story, very interesting game, but I just couldn't get into it. Put me to bed, and yeah, didn't want to go back and play it, but you should check it out.
Do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment below.